All right, guys. We're here for the first episode, or I guess second episode now. I guess you could call it of Sim Shop Talk. Basically, this is our world in iRacing, revolving around ECRS, NSRL, what people in it are doing, stuff like that. So, uh, what we'll do, we're going to shoot this about once every month, probably the last week of every month. Basically, we'll have the admins in every month, uh, saying what's going on in each league, each series. I know ECRS, the trucks are kicking off next week. The mods probably the week after. We'll get them guys in here to talk about that. And then NSRL just finished up this week. Tanner won his seventh race of the season. Mike Jamison won the championship. Those guys had a great battle there at the end of the race. Congratulations to both of them guys. But we'll talk about what's going on in the down season for NSRL and when they're going to start back up, all that good stuff. We'll also talk to people in the league that's doing something. Like we're going to have Kyle Westwood in this week or this month, talking about the 24 hours of Daytona. We got our own Discord set up. He's set that up. He's kind of taking control of pointing people in the right directions, getting some teams formed and stuff like that. Taylor Gentry's been setting up a lot of practices and stuff. So we'll get them guys in here to talk about that. We're also going to get Chris Downing in here and talk about rocket racing setups. He's got some exciting news from them. So let's just get this thing kicked off. All right, guys, we're in here with Taylor Gentry, Kyle Westwood, and Sean Stevens. Sean's a little absent right now. But these guys are kind of, I know, well, Kyle set up the Discord for the 24-hour race we got coming up, 24 hours of Daytona. Taylor's been setting up a lot of practices. This is something we're doing here at ECRS, NSRL. Got a lot of people in it. How we doing with this, guys? How are the teams coming and all that?
I know we're working a lot at getting this set up just right. I think there's been a lot of different versions of it being passed around. I think everybody's doing a good job of providing feedback, trying to make it a little better.
I drove a setup Miguel had the other night. It was pretty stable. I did like that one.
Do you remember which one was it?
I still got it. I saved it. So
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, from my perspective, it's gained a lot more traction than we thought it would, which is very good because now having two groups, two leagues to pull from, it's nice to see that there's that much interest off of us doing our regular Cup series or Truck series.
yeah.
So throwing something different like the 24 hours is always a little hit and miss, but this year it seems
I
like
was surprised by the response we got with all the people that were interested in doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of guys right now that are working hard to get their license up to have to be eligible to run. So
yeah, I know Chummy and Daniel both have been working at that.
Yeah.
So I know there's a 217 team. I think Thomas, maybe Brad. I don't know all who's on that one. Have they got a full team yet with that one?
That's a good Mr. Westwood question there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure on that one. Last I heard, Thomas was still working on getting another person or two. I believe the only ones he still has committed is himself and Brad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they may be looking for some 217 drivers in that prototype car.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I mean, with Thomas in particular, he'll be a dad coming up pretty soon. So
I forgot about that.
It just happens to fall around the same time as the 24 hour, and
let's clear that up. When is that race? Is that the second or third week of January?
January 22nd to the 24th.
Okay, so it's going to be the third week.
Second to last, third week of January.
Okay. Yeah. So we still got a little time, about 3 weeks left before that race goes off.
Yep, we do. And I know, like, with getting back to Thomas's deal, I think he was looking for possibly a backup driver just in case um, their baby decides it wants to make its entrance
Yeah.
a little sooner. But I know Thomas is fully committed to it, but at the same time, you
Oh yeah, real life
it's,
stuff.
yeah, there's nothing like being a dad, so
Oh yeah.
it's it's exciting for him. So
Trust me, there's a lot like being a dad.
And Sean Stevens
yeah,
chimes in.
yeah.
Um,
Sean, what's your take on the 24-hour right now about
What
interest and stuff?
what I think is cool is just how much people like. I think a lot of the interest is just guys kind of wanting to hang out and just uh just do something together for a day, really, because a lot of these guys, they're not involved with road racing, but they've heard other guys talk about it in the like their experience in the past. Myself, Kyle, Scott, Downing, different endurance races we've done, we've talked about it. So I think they just want to kind of hang out. Like I know that's a majority of the fun in it is just being in a Discord with a bunch of guys and just doing one thing together and stuff like that from all over the country.
well, when
Yeah.
we ran the Nürburgring last year, how many guys jumped in and just to, hey, how you doing? Watch on Discord and kind of partake in what we were
I'll
doing. Oh my God. There
I'll
were-
virtually raise my hand on that one. I had more fun watching you guys. I mean, that was a blast to watch. So I think it kind of got me interested in doing it this time around.
Yeah, and it was fun. So, I guess to sum this up, if anybody out there is still looking, we are still forming teams. There is a Discord wrapped around this whole thing, and I think we'll do it after the 24 hours of Daytona. I mean, the next one coming up is in a few months after that. I can't remember which track it was at. Was it Spa?
Sebring, the
Sebring.
12-hour Sebring.
12 hours of Sebring. So, I mean, I would love to see this partake into that as well. You know,
Yeah.
we got the stuff set up. It seems like we got the interest.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it, it's like you said, we got a lot of interest here, and plus two, eh, just being an admin on this side of it, it's nice to see guys take an interest in something completely different, something we don't typically run, and it's like you said, basically, let's just go out and have some fun, and it's a lot of fun getting into Discord and running with each other, maybe running people a little harder than we should, but it's just practice right now, and we're learning a lot. At least I am. But
As a matter of fact, as we're shooting this little scenario here, we actually have a practice session up right now.
yeah, I set up a 7-hour session earlier, and yeah, it's basically done for everybody who's wanting to do this. They're getting plenty of practice time, and if you don't have if you go into it blind, I hate to say it, it's your own fault, because we're gonna provide it as long as we can to leading up to it, because we want to have a good showing for ECRS and NSRL.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add to this? All right. I guess if these guys are looking, hit one of us up, Taylor, Kyle, myself, Sean. Maybe we can point you in the right direction if you haven't found a team, or you're looking at forming a team, or whatever. I think there's actually 3 teams out there right now. I think 2 Corvette teams and then the prototype team, but we'll have to look at that. But if anybody else is interested, just hit us up.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
It'll be a blast.
Win, lose, or draw, we're going to have fun regardless. But when you're stuck in a Discord with Sean Stevens and Kyle and everybody else, it's fun nonetheless.
Oh yeah, me and Sean had a blast with the Nürburgring when we were driving throughout the night. I mean, we did.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot, and we will get on to the next segment.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks, guys. And we're back with this portion of the show, which the admins will talk about what's going on with each individual series. We got Chris Downing, Kyle Westwood, Taylor Gentry, Tegan Deneau in here. And Sean's in here too. Which one you guys want to talk about first? Mods?
Sure, why not?
All right. So, question came up: when's the mods kicking off? I thought the week after the trucks, maybe second week. But what do you guys got?
I'm down for that. You know, we were kind of throwing around some ideas, some dates, but the week after the trucks start, that'll be fine. That way we can kind of get off to a start with the trucks, make sure everything's set in place with it, and then we'll jump into. It's not going to be just the mods. It's going to be the
Mod late model, yeah,
modifieds and super late model.
right. I'm so used to calling that mods. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I know.
So and that
But,
one's still going to be brought to us by Pack.
Yeah, and you know, this year we felt like we needed to do a little different with the admin group. So luckily enough, Tegan decided he wanted to jump on board with it, and I think he's got a little bit of exciting news when it comes to sponsorship.
What do you got for us, Tegan?
Yeah, we were able to talk to my grandparents over at Ari Hinckley Company, and we're going to be supporting the modified and super late model series, and they're going to put $5 a week, and I'm going to throw in $5 a week for a total of $10 to the winner of each modified and super late model race every week.
Outstanding. So $10 to the winner every week. That's something to shoot at.
Yeah, when he brought that to the table, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely he come up with the idea, and I mean I've basically let him run with it, and I think where he's going with it, trying to draw bigger crowds, more drivers week in and week out, I think that is going to be one big boost to it.
Right.
So
And I do like that. I like that. I'm excited about especially with the super lights. Some of us have been here for a while. We've ran that modifieds for a while now.
yeah,
And I think the super lights that's pretty cool. So when can we see when are we expecting a schedule on the
should have a schedule out by middle of next week.
all right.
I'm trying to finalize everything now,
So middle of next week.
yep.
Anything else on the modified series or whatever we're calling it? The Pack Contractor series.
Yeah.
Watching this podcast or whatever you're posting this on, they can join our league, and they're eligible to run this race or this series with us, and we don't have to have a set amount of drivers. We can have anyone show up and race with us and just show that they can compete.
And I think we're still doing the heat races. Am I correct? Like we were last year, and then
That
taking
is.
what did we take? Top 16?
We're gonna take 16. Depends on how big the field started getting. There is a potential it could grow, but that's something me and Tegan haven't quite 100% nailed down yet. But as of right now, we're probably gonna stick with the same 16. But of course, if there's a huge field going to be coming in, then you know, and the tracks will withhold it, then we may bump the field up a little bit.
Okay. That sounds good. And it's still a 10 race season, so we'll probably go through 2 seasons for one season of trucks.
Yep. And also too, there's going to be another all-star race. So that seemed to be a pretty good success last season, so we're going to throw it out there again.
And we will have trophies for the top 3 in that series as well, right?
That's correct.
Right. We are still working on that. We haven't got the trophies yet, but when we do, you guys will see them. So.
Yep.
All right. Anything else on mods?
I think the mods are good. What do you got anything to add, Tegan?
Oh, I think that pretty much covers what we were talking about.
Cool deal.
Cool. Let's move on to the trucks, ECRS trucks. So our season kicks off next week to Thursday night. Still do have some drivers that look like they're going to be running the Wednesday league, maybe doing some fill-in. Looks like everybody is paid except for KWI, but I think they were waiting on one driver. And all the other teams have paid with the exception of one person on one team, so that they did it individually. So that came along pretty well.
Yeah.
I think we're going to put some stuff out probably tonight or tomorrow for the Wednesday league to make sure we've got a decent, adequate amount of replacements that can run. And anybody that's running the Thursday league, you're more than welcome to run the Wednesday as well as a practice. The more the merrier, because we do know from past experience, usually half the guys are doing something else. They're running other broadcast races on Wednesday, so they're not going to make it.
Yeah, that's true. And Chris, you and Chris have been kind of handling the trucks a lot, and that's always good. I know Chris has got a new sponsor this year for the trucks. Chris, you got anything you want to say about those guys?
Yeah, we actually brought in Phil's Towing to be the main sponsor for the ECRS Season 3, the trucks, and they're excited to be on board. They'll be watching the broadcast and sharing it and all that stuff. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That those guys are so excited about it, and we greatly appreciate those guys coming on board for the trucks this season. I know at first we didn't know about the sponsorship 100%, but when you come to us saying that Phil's Towing wanted to be on board, obviously we're all for that, and glad to have their support, and glad to have them on board.
Yeah, we're going to go over the sponsors at the end of this, but I'm so grateful to have all our sponsors we got, because it makes our job a lot easier, where we have to really pick up minimal amount of money, and then the money that's going into the truck series from the drivers themselves, that's all going back in prize money. Like I think we discussed last video, a little bit different. All the money's going back to teams this year, as opposed to individual drivers. So, and me and Chris talked about this. So first team points, they're getting $300. Second place is getting $200. Third place is getting $120, and fourth place is getting $60. So out of the 10 teams we got, top 4 are going to get paid back. First, second, and third are going to get trophies. They're going to get ECRS hats, and they're going to get a ECRS banner that's right behind me, and that's for the individual drivers.
We'll still be running playoffs, eliminations.
We are running the playoffs. I think it's what we say, 15 drivers.
Yeah.
15, and then it goes for I think it's 3 races, then down to 8, and then down to 2 more races, down to 4, and then the last race is down to 4. Looks like 21 races, 20 of them are points paying. 1 is a all-star race.
Yes.
Where was the all-star race?
The all-star race will be at Nashville.
I believe me and Chris talked about this. So any driver that has won an ECRS truck race, right?
Yes, it could be any one of the 3 first 2 seasons.
Right. So that goes back to guys like Landon Lacey, who was there on season 1 that had won some and stuff like that. But anybody that had won is in the all-star race. And then everybody running ECRS is going to get a chance to go into a last chance qualifier. And we'll get that information out on how many we're going to take. We've talked a little bit about it, me and Chris. I can't remember, 5, something like that.
Are going to
go
in.
in
Get
there.
closer and get a good count on how many guys are going to be locked in on wins, then we can kind of determine. It'll probably only be like a 25-30 truck field.
Because I want to say that race is taking place right before the playoffs start, or the week or 2 before, something like that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And the other special race we're going to have is the 4th race of the year, when we're at, was it Richmond?
Yes.
We're going to have a throwback race. So everybody can run throwback paint schemes. I already have mine locked and loaded. Same one I used at NSRL last season for throwback. So I got that one ready.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be. That'll be an interesting race. Anybody else got anything on the trucks? Anything else? We've focused a lot of work on this truck. So the drivers that are seeing this that aren't in the Thursday series that want to be, just show up to the Wednesday series. I can guarantee you're going to get an opportunity at least to run, to showcase what you got. The only thing we are doing is, if you are a non-paid driver out of the Wednesday league that comes into the Thursday league, the only thing we're going to do, we're going to give you EOL at the beginning of the race, and after that, it's all on you. Just for the simple fact, we've got paid drivers running in that series.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the team has to decide that driver.
The team is the one that decides which driver goes up, the team owner. So there is a, thanks for bringing that up. There is a chat, I think, a text chat in Discord that says absent drivers. And if a driver or team owner knows they're going to have a spot open, they post it in there. That not only lets the admins know, it lets the drivers in the Wednesday league know, hey, man, they're looking for 2 drivers, or they're looking for 4 drivers for this week. I better get in there on Wednesday and put on a good show, and maybe I get picked up for a race or 2. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, and
I almost think that we're going to have a few people that drop out after a couple races in the season, just like we did last year. And then we'll be pulling from that Wednesday league to supply them.
I mean, obviously we don't want that, but
but
things happen. I mean, life happens, but also too, with that being said, the driver who comes out of the Wednesday league, they're also too picking a driver that could get them points in that race. Right.
Yes. The driver that's driving for him, say for my team, Dave Hunt's going to miss a race. I go down and I pick me up a Rooster, or I pick me up AJ Fusco. Once they race that Wednesday race, I say, I want AJ. We put him on my team. He comes in there. We get him in the server, blah, 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 get all that. He gets to practice with us. He can qualify, but he's going to get an EOL. But these are long races. I mean, you got chances to make that up. Any points he gets, it goes to that team. Any strike points he picks up also goes to that team. So choose your drivers wisely.
Yeah, that was another thing I was going to say, is anybody that is racing or has the possibility of racing, make sure they read the strike points page.
Yes. All right, I'm super stoked about the trucks this season, so I think we're looking good there. Excited about that. Anything else on the trucks? Anything you guys want to talk about?
No, I think you get.
All right.
I think you guys pretty much covered it.
Next one's NSRL. I wanted a few more admins besides Kyle. Kyle, you in here?
I'm here.
There you are. So I know we just finished up last week with the NSRL season. That was a killer race too. That last race.
Oh yeah, it definitely ended with a blast.
Yes, and that was a fun race too. No cautions, or 1 caution early or something. It was a good race. So do we have any changes coming up for an NSRL next season?
Well, I was asking around. I was able to grab a few more admins to help us out for next season.
Okay.
We're going to be bringing... Well, Chuck's kind of been helping us out to begin with, Chuck Knob.
Yeah, I think that's a good fit.
So we're getting him more involved in like making some calls and stuff like that for next season. We also brought Evan Ethel on board. So he's going to be helping us out because we lost Miguel for next season.
Yeah, I seen that. That surprised me. I didn't know if his work schedule changed or something, but...
I think he just said he wanted to focus on one league, and next season it's going to be ECRS on the team with myself and Downing.
Okay.
So next season that's going to be his main focus. So he kind of wanted to, I guess, because he had his hands full this season between work and trying to admin and... Yeah,
I know there's a few times he overslept too, and he said it was, Yeah,
because the time that NSRL was running, it's rough for him.
Yeah.
It's rough for him to be up and energetic and ready to go at that time. So
Well, I mean, I
don't
tell you,
blame
I
them.
come home, go to sleep for about 2 hours, then get back up and race, and then go back to bed.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys do that. I could not do that.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, other than that,
What about so when's that series going to kick back off, you think? Second week of February or something?
I don't have an exact date yet. I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about that yet, but I was thinking probably around the same time as the Daytona 500, maybe the week before.
Okay.
I think that would be about the second week of February.
And that is going to follow the NASCAR schedule, right?
No, so that one we were talking in the admin group.
Uh-huh.
And again, this is something we were going to talk to you about, possibly going back to our own custom schedule for next season.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's something we tried for last season. We tried doing the follow like the official race schedule.
We did that in ECRS for our first season. We followed the official
Yeah.
schedule, yeah.
But the only reason I was kind of against that was because they only release the schedules between like between the season builds.
Yeah,
So
I know.
some of it you're left in the dark,
Yep.
and a lot of the times we had a lot of guys in there who don't do official racing.
Yeah.
So we weren't really finding much of a benefit of following the official schedules because most people were their first laps of practice were the hour before the race anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's
So,
kind of
like,
why we
you know,
abandoned it, was more so because
Yeah.
we couldn't see the full schedule.
Yeah.
We just didn't
Yep.
know.
So yeah, next season we're going to go back to a custom schedule that
Cool,
I guess
cool.
the admins will help build.
Okay, and
Sounds good.
so everybody doesn't know, we picked up a sponsor for NSRL next season, and that is Chummy Motorsports. So they're going to be the primary sponsor of NSRL Cup Series, which grateful to have those guys on. And we do have trophies for NSRL Top 3 next season also.
And correct me if I'm wrong with that. There's going to be a feeder series for the NSRL Cup Series as well, right?
Correct.
And
Probably
the-
going to keep the Tuesday at noon league. We're going to probably be switching it up, going to Xfinity next season, the Xfinity cars.
Oh, Chris, you
Nice.
got to do some painting for me, buddy.
Yeah.
And then there's talks of starting, even not really an official series, but more or less a fun series that might run on Thursdays, featuring the old Cup cars, the Chevy SS and the Ford Fusion.
And that was the testing we did,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, that was more or less a test. Nothing has been set in stone there yet. It's just kind of talks for now.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
that's something we were considering.
So basically, the feeder series is switching from trucks to Xfinity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And I do know you switched it the season before from ARCA to trucks.
Yep.
So
Yeah, we try
just-
to mix that one up every season.
Yeah. So I think that'll be fun. I'll have to have Chris paint my Xfinity car like my Cup car, but he seems to be getting used to that paint scheme a lot here lately, haven't you, Chris?
Yeah. It sounds like I got to figure out a way to get some time off from work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays so I can run NSR.
I know. And I like the Xfinity. I probably really like it better than the trucks. So,
Oh, yeah. I did an official race in the Xfinity cars the other day, and I forgot how much I missed those cars.
yeah, and Charlotte's not my favorite track, but I had fun.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. All right, anything else on NSRL? And we still got, 5-6 weeks till that series kicks back off. We going to be doing any recruitment or practice or anything like that, or?
I was going to start putting that together this coming week. putting
Okay.
together some
Yeah, that's
ideas
right. You
for our
guys said
first
you'd kind of
races.
take a week off and don't really do much. So there's probably a little bit
everybody
more of
just
that
kinda
coming out later.
Relaxes for about a week.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
We completely understand it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm excited to see what NSRL is going to be like this season. Between the trucks and NSRL, I think we're going to be keeping Sean pretty busy.
Yeah,
but,
Sean's a happy guy right now. We're keeping him pretty occupied.
Well, we're happy with Sean and
Oh,
glad
Sean's
to
the
have
best.
you back for next season too.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you very much.
See, there he is. See, you start complimenting him, he
boosting
comes
ego
out,
too
he
much.
stops being silent.
Well, I had to go to the bathroom when you started, and I didn't just want to hop in like a Tarzan swinging from tree to tree here.
That is
Well, that would be normal for you then.
That'd be a
the
Well, I try to keep a little bit of professionalism.
the voice of NSRL and ECRS right there.
CWTV maybe.
CWTV. Yep.
There you go.
All right. Anything
Oh,
else
and
you
I
guys
will,
want to talk
compliment-
about?
Yeah.
I
Go
will
ahead,
say
Tom.
I got a few comments, a few text messages actually about that Nsrl finale. So congrats again on a fantastic season there.
Oh, and I went back and watched that race. It was a those guys were, man, they were going. You could tell how bad Jameson knew he had the championship. He wanted that race. That was a good run. Both him and Tanner both, man. That was a great show. I couldn't see it from where I was on the track because I was pretty far back, but
I told you guys to pull over. The race is up front. Y'all should just walk.
well, I heard you say that on the broadcast, but when I'm driving, I can't hear that. So I was just trying to stay on the lead lap. That's all I was trying to do.
You do keep it honest, don't you, Sean?
He did, and he did say that on the broadcast too, because I heard it. Just pull the cars over and let these two go at it.
Oh man.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we're just all excited to get this season kicked off.
We are, and this being the end of this segment, I want to say thanks to all our sponsors, the big three, Pack, who's been with us from the beginning, Phil's Towing for coming on, and then Chummy Motorsports. Then all our secondary sponsors with Peacock Rental Property, Hinkley Oil, Checkers and Wreckers TV, and BW Sports One. All those guys have been great to us. Without them, we couldn't run this 3 series like we got here now. I mean, you guys know it's hard, it's expensive, but so thanks to those guys. We're gonna do our best to put on good shows for you and get your name out there. So.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot, and we will talk to you all next month.
Sounds good.
See ya.
You gotta